Hey everyone, welcome back to Homegrown Passion. In today's video, I'm going to talk about seeding, planting, and harvesting Little Wren, which is a mini Bok Choy. And also, I can't believe what's going on out in the high tunnel with my strawberries. So I'm going to take you out there after I get done working with the Bok Choy, so stay tuned. As I said, this is Little Wren. It's a mini Bok Choy, green Bok Choy, really versatile. I like to fry it up and put it in with pasta, or actually put it on pizzas too. It's really good. The best thing to do when you're seeding this is try to just get 3 or 4 seeds in each cube, because if you put any more plants in the cube, they all get really little, and I don't see one here, but you want to get a nice sized Bok Choy. So as I was planting it, if I had more than 4 plants in it, I would go ahead and pull the extra ones out. And I also cut this just one time and harvest it as a single plant. And then I bulk it up, and then I'll show you inside the head house how I bag it up for my CSA program. Look how pretty those guys are. I try to keep them all about this size. So these have been in the channels for 6 weeks, and they were in the nursery channels before that for 2 weeks. So it's a total of 8 weeks growth. Wintertime, a little bit longer. Summertime, it's about 6 weeks. These trays are really heavy. Now see this one, I'm not going to harvest. He's too little. I'm going to get this bin full, and then I'm going to take it into the head house, and I'll take you guys with me, and I'll show you what I do to get it ready for delivery. You're probably wondering why my mini fridge is here in the greenhouse. I went into it last night, and I noticed the freezer part was totally caked up with ice, so it needed to be defrosted. So brought it out here in the warmth, opened it up. All my seeds are safe and sound in the head house, but I'm going to wipe it down clean and get it back in the control tunnel and fill it back up with all my seeds. After pulling all my seeds out of the refrigerator, I was amazed at how many different varieties I have of the different things I like to grow during the year, and for my CSA program and for the farm market. So I need a big variety, and here they all are. I can never remember what size these bags are, so I just measured them because I know I'm going to get questions on them. They're 10 by 15. We get them off of Amazon, and there'll be a link down below if you're interested in getting some. So I do have a bigger size that I also use for some of my bigger produce, but this size works perfect for these Bok Choys. And I like to put 3 of them, nice size ones, in each bag. Oops, there we go. That look nice? So I'll get these all bagged up. I have to do 400 of them. And I'll put them in these boxes and in the cooler overnight and ready for delivery tomorrow morning. It doesn't take too long at all to harvest this. So this is one of the crops that I always put in bulk out in the greenhouse. I used to try to bag them up out there, and it was just a little bit more difficult, and it gets hot in there during the day, so it's easier for me to put it in my bins here, and if I don't have time to bag them up right away, I put them in the cooler, and then I bag them up the morning that they're delivered. So you just have to be versatile and figure out what works good for you and in your schedule. Probably wondering how much this weighs. Well, I just took it over to my scale, and it weighs 15 ounces, almost a pound. So if I do get some smaller ones, I just add more to the bag. So I put 4 in this one instead of 3. You want to be consistent in what you're packaging up weight-wise. So here's my exciting news about my strawberries. I've been clipping them back, and look at the new growth on these guys. It's the end of February, And it worked out really well this year, leaving them in the betel buckets up on the rails. Didn't have the time to do everything I was hoping to do, get it on the ground and cover it with straw. And since we had such a mild winter, it looks like everybody's going to make it, and I'm going to get an early start on my strawberry production. I do have some of the strawberry plants that I pulled out of the betel buckets. I did that, I think it was in the beginning of January, and I checked on them and they're still doing good there in the cooler. I did not get them into the freezer like I had hoped to, but they're still doing well. And I'm going to use those to fill in spots. There's a few of them here and there where strawberry plants have died. And I have 500 plants on order because I'm going to do another row down the middle here in bags. And then I did notice when I was clipping up the bags over on the far end of the high tunnel that it must have froze a little bit and pushed the strawberry plants out of the bag. It's kind of weird. So I think once they get grown again, I'll be able to push them back into the growing medium there and they should be able to take off again. Do you see all the wasted space between the greenhouse and the high tunnel? What do you think I should do? Well, I'm thinking I'm going to put a couple rails up with strawberries and grow bags and see how they do outside in the sunshine. One of the concerns I do have is we have such a high deer population and raccoons and groundhogs and everything else that I need to put some gates on each end of the area and make sure that we keep it electric fence around it too to keep everybody out. Still a lot of work to be done with the high tunnel. Need to get the corners wrapped, clean the polycarbonate, rake up everything on the inside. But I wanted to show you the tape that I used last year to keep the raccoons out. I don't have it on now, otherwise I wouldn't be touching it. But it's connected to my electric fence for the cattle, and it did really good. I did not have one raccoon problem once I put this up. Well, I hope you guys liked today's video. Strawberries are exciting. I'll keep you updated on everything that's going on here in the high tunnel because it's one of my favorite things to grow. So like always, leave me any questions, comments, and suggestions down below, and we'll see you next video.